Hello everybody, this is Chromisco018, and this is going to be my thoughts on Fairy Tail episode 124. I was actually thinking about this while I was in the bathroom, and I know it's kind of a weird place to be thinking about it, but I was using the bathroom and I wanted to do, and my mind was going in thoughts on what I did for my YouTube channel. And when it comes to the reactions, don't freak out, I'm not stopping them, obviously, because I'd be stupid. Uh, I think I'm going to focus more on like the smaller shows, you know, the ones that are not like Dragon Ball, Naruto, Fairy Tail, not those shows because those are huge. And when I say huge, I mean they have a ton of episodes. I'm gonna focus on the small ones so I can get them out of the way, and then not only focus on the big ones, but maybe pick up maybe one, maybe two little series, like maybe doing another the next season of Fullmetal Panic and Food Wars, for example. You know? Get those out of the way, and then I can do those. And then I have like less to do, and more to focus. I can have more time to focus on stuff because I'm not dividing myself between like 10 shows, and I think it is 10 shows actually, because there's Naruto, Dragon Ball, Fairy Tail, Seven Deadly Sins, Blue Exorcist, Black Butler, Toradora, Sailor Moon Crystal, Orange High School Host Club. Dang it, what was the other one? And My Hero Academia. Those are all the series that I have to do, that I'm doing currently, when it comes to reactions. Yes, I know that is a ton of stuff to do for a channel. Thank goodness they won't make... Actually, I don't have the Loud House, it's 11 shows, but then again, that's for the one other channel, so, yeah. That's why I haven't picked up a ton of shows for that channel, is because I've already got so much to work on. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to try and focus on finishing, like, Sailor Moon Crystal, because I've already gotten up to episode 15. Actually, I did have episode 15 done, but for some reason, it's disappeared. I don't know where it's gone. Maybe I accidentally deleted it when I was getting rid of videos I've already edited, But anyway, yeah. I'm going to try and finish Sailor Moon Crystal, because I've only got 12 episodes left for that, the first season. And I'm going to try and finish Blue Exorcist, because I'm really close to being done with that not as close. I'm a little bit less close to finishing that than Sailor Moon Crystal. I got like, let's see. 20 episodes, I guess, considering I'm in season 2 and I had to finish that and then finish season 1. And I gotta finish, well, I'm gonna try and get close to finishing Toradora and Black Butler and Orange High School because I'm not close to being done on those. And as far as My Hero Academia goes, it's completed until they come up with season 4. And according to my fiance, I think we had to wait like a year for each season, so it might be a good long while before we get season 4. Which sucks. But I guess it'll give me time to get other stuff done. Anyway, yeah, I'm rambling. I need to get to my thoughts. That's what you guys mainly clicked on this for, is to get to the reaction and maybe my thoughts. Anyway, this episode, like I said in the description of the reaction, something emotional does happen in this episode. But yeah, first off, sorry, I did get to go see Travis yesterday. We went to Elbersail, and I had just finished off what I had up at Elbersail for my lunch today because I had leftovers. And it was good. It was so good. It always is good up there. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry. Anyway, Makarov, Urza, and Mirajane go and meet up with the other guild that supposedly took on Fairy Tail's loan when, I guess since Fairy Tail had lost all its strongest members during that 7-year gap, they couldn't really get any jobs, so they couldn't pay the bills to, I guess, keep the actual building for Fairy Tail, which, quick question. Doesn't shown so far in the anime, but what happened to the actual Fairy Tail building that they originally had before the 7-year gap? What happened to it? Because apparently they're not there anymore. Anyway, I don't remember what the name of the guild is that they go and talk to, but apparently it reminds me of I guess a mafia boss type of guild, because the guy just makes me think of the mafia boss, the leader does. And how he sent his cronies to shake down Fairy Tail for the money. It just makes me think of that. And well, yeah, we find out apparently there's a lot of gaps when it comes to not only the payments, but uh, other stuff involving the money. So yeah, it's very suspicious. And, well, the mafia boss guy, the guild master for that guild does not know what he's getting himself into by insulting not only, I don't know if it was Urza or Mira Jane that he insulted. He called one of them a tramp. I don't know. I think. It's been so long since I've watched the episode. I think that's what he called one of them. And I was thinking, oh dear. And, well, it starts off friendly enough, but I figured that wouldn't last long considering Makarov, Mira, and Urza are a bunch of the strong members. And I knew it wouldn't last as Makarov started getting mad, and so did the other two, and, well, yeah, all out fight in the guild hall. While Makao and Wakaba ended up standing outside watching. And anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself in the episode. Lucy ends up thinking about how Kana's reunion with her father went, and she's thinking about going to see her father because, it's been 7 years, and he probably has no idea that she's even still alive at this point. Because nobody, I guess, suppose that everybody that got hit by that attack survived it. So she decides to go to Clover to, the guild that he was working at and see if he was there. And, like I thought, Natsu and Happy tagged along, because they wanted to. Oh, I almost forgot about this, but because of the 7-year gap, everybody that was on that island owes money to the guild because, rent for the ones that were staying at the actual fairy tale, I guess, dorm or whatever you would call it, like Wendy was and a bunch of the others, I'm guessing. And Lucy owes money to her landlady, 7 years worth of rent, which I knew would be expensive. And I felt bad for her because she had no way of getting that much money anytime soon. And so essentially she wasn't allowed in her apartment until, she paid her money. And thus Lucy needed to get, jobs. But she was putting that aside for the moment because she wanted to go see her father. And like I said, they went to Clover. And here's where the emotional thing happens. She asked if her father is working today, and the lady who's at the desk asked if she's, her father's daughter, and she said yes, and they find out that he died. I'm not joking. He actually died. I think they said 3 months prior to this. And so, now Lucy's lost both parents. Granted, she wasn't still on as good terms with her father as she would probably want, but it was mending. Their relationship was being mended because they were trying to reconcile and stuff. And Lucy was off very calm about this whole thing on the way back. Even when some girls were just being very rude and catty as they walked, talking about their fathers in very rude ways. I'm like, yeah. Even Natsu told them to knock it off because, well, yeah, it was very inappropriate and rude. Even if that just hadn't happened to Lucy, that still was very rude to them to talk about their parents that way. Anyway, yeah, when Lucy ends up getting back, the landlady shows up, drags her to the apartment, and throws her inside. I mean, literally throws her in. And we find out that her father I guess had been sending money, or no, he had been sending gifts every day on her birthday for the past 7 years to the apartment. And the last one that arrived, I think this morning, she said, had enough money to cover her rent for that 7 years. She didn't have to pay it. And I was like, good lord, he had been saving all that money? Or maybe that was part of some inheritance she was supposed to be getting? because he had died like I think 3 months prior, and it just arrived this morning. So yeah, that's what I think came from that. That had to be where it come from because there's no way it would have taken 3 months to send that last thing, I guess. Anyway, Lucy opens the letter for the recent gift. And it's a letter to her, her dad telling her that he hopes that she's, still alive out there because like I said, nobody knows. Everybody assumes that they're dead. Assume that they're dead when this started. And like I figured would happen, sooner or later. Her grief came out and she was sobbing, and I couldn't blame her. I mean, I haven't lost a parent yet, but I do know the loss of a loved one because my aunt died, when was it? 2-3 years ago, I think. No, actually, it might have been 3 years ago. Back in February of that year, because of complications with her being, battling leukemia and probably the leukemia itself, and her body was essentially wore out. And yeah, we do know the loss of a loved one. I bet everybody who is watching this has known some form of loss, whether it was a family member, a friend, a pet, something. And you all know how hard it is to try and get through that, or even handling the grief itself. So, yeah. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that for some strange reason, the lady salvaged a few of her outfits over the 7 years, and she was wearing one of them. And I think it was the first outfit that you see Lucy wearing in the show. And it looked really freaky because the lady's a lot bigger than Lucy is, so I don't know how she managed to get into that outfit, unless she had it altered or something. Or maybe she used magic to do it, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it was weird to see her in the outfit. Excuse me. Anyway, at this point, Natsu and Happy show up because they've got a job, because they can go on and, earn some money. And the landlady tells them, let's leave her alone, because obviously she was grieving at that point, and they didn't need her going on a job while she was in that state. Because, well, you probably wouldn't be able to do very well, and you probably would get hurt doing that, which would make it worse. Anyway, Natsu and Happy aren't too happy about that, which they don't know that she actually is grieving at this point, but they just know that just to leave her alone. And they, tell Lucy that, oh, they'll bring her something back when they come back from the job, and then they start leaving, and then Lucy actually goes after them and goes on the job with them. So I guess she just needed that good cry, at least for the moment anyway. Because, like I said, it takes who knows how long to actually get over the loss of a loved one. Actually, you probably won't be able to get over it, you just learn to live with it. Because there's no getting over losing not only one of your parents, but both your parents in your lifetime. Like Lucy did, because she lost her mom before the show started, and she lost her dad in this episode, so yeah. Yeah, I don't think she's going to be getting over that grief anytime soon. I don't even think she got over the grief of losing her mother. She just learns to live with it. Just like everybody else does. And not just in the show, but in real life as well. Anyway. Anyway, back to the whole Mira and the others just wrecking everybody in that guild. While those guys are standing out there watching this and reminiscing about how, oh, it's like the good old days, Natsu was walking up after, the whole thing with Lucy before they went and got the job. And much to the surprise, Natsu didn't join in on the brawl, because usually he would. Because, he's not one to chicken out on a fight, even when he's not directly involved in it. But, obviously all that got to him, and he just wasn't in the mood to, do that, which was not like Natsu at all. So, yeah, that's why I was getting ahead of myself with saying that first. Anyway, yeah, that was my thoughts essentially on this episode, and I'm sorry that I rambled a bit before I even got to it. But I figured I would let you guys know, give you a heads up on what's going to be happening with this channel and why I'm not going to be doing like Fairy Tail Dragon. I'm going to be doing less Fairy Tail Dragon Ball and Naruto so I can focus on the others and try and whittle them down a bit. Whittle down how many shows I've got to do. Anyway, that's about all I have to say, and I hope to see you guys next time.